What's up, maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac if you will. And today we are talking about AEW Dynamite. Dynamite came to us this week on a Saturday, just because of other TV programming happening in America. So we got it on a Saturday, but nonetheless, we still got a very good show and some very big news coming out of the show. So if you want to find out what that is, stay tuned. Right here at WrestleManiac UK, I discuss everything that is WWE and AEW. So if this sounds like the place for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you click the notification bell so that you get notified every time I drop a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into the review. So we're going to start from the big main event. We had Brodie Lee, the Exalted One, the leader of the Dark Order, taking on Cody, the TNT Champion. And he has been defending this title week in, week out. I think he's had one break in maybe about 6 or 7 weeks of defending this TNT Championship. And even then, it wasn't a break. He was just in a tag team match. The title wasn't on the line. So this was a really big match. Brodie called him out last week. And Brodie promised Cody that, look, I'm going to win and you're going to take back this old rubbish TNT title and I'm going to take that new glossy one around your waist. And guys, when they stepped into the ring and the match started, Cody was very fast out the blocks. He got some offense in, and guys, that was it. Brodie Lee was thoroughly in control and in charge from that moment forward. And if I'm being honest, I don't think this match lasted any longer than 5 minutes, because there was some beating given to Cody on the outside. Cody then re-entered the ring. There was 2 very harsh power bombs that Cody was planted with right in the middle of the ring. Brodie Lee delivered his clothesline to Cody and pinned him right there, middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. The match was done. Brodie Lee, new TNT champion. Now on commentary, they were selling a lot of the fact, in fact they've been doing this the last couple of weeks, that Cody has a lot on his plate. He is running the business, he's running AEW, and he's competing in the ring weekly, defending this championship. So they were kind of making excuses and telling the story there, but 5 minutes, no offense. Like literally, Brodie put him to sleep. And Brodie Lee is the new TNT champion. The Dark Order came out to celebrate with him, and while that was happening, Cody still hadn't moved from the clothesline. Stretchers came out and all those kind of things. He was put on the gurney and was being pushed to the back, when all of a sudden Dark Order kind of laid an attack on Arn Anderson. And after they got Arn Anderson out the way, the referees and the paramedics that were helping, they basically threw Cody off the stretcher that he was on, threw him down the stairs. I think a couple of the guys from the Nightmare family tried to get involved. They got stopped. Brandi Rhodes tried to protect Cody. They sent Anna Jay, the female in Dark Order, onto Brandi Rhodes. She choked out Brandi Rhodes, and that was it. Dark Order were just left celebrating over Cody's body that was just prone, just lying there. It was crazy. I don't know where they're gonna go with this. I'm very intrigued to see it, because he basically got squashed and battered after the match. So Dark Order really planted their foot right in AEW, kind of made their statement, finally made their statement that they are here and here to stay, and they are on top of AEW. So I'm going to run through the rest of the matches that happened on the card, but mainly the story beats that came out of those matches. But before I do, please make sure you've hit the thumbs up button. I thoroughly appreciate it, and it does loads for this channel. We had FTR defeat Private Party in a tag match. Really entertaining tag match from these two. FTR are clearly chasing down now those tag team championships. Private Party probably still a long way away from there, but their talent is immense. You can see that every time they get in the ring. Main thing coming out of this match, we saw FTR were actually accompanied to the ring by Tully Blanchard. He is now like in their corner. He's an FTR guy, so it's going to be interesting. They said after in an interview that, you know, Tully said you need the championships to be the best, and who else is going to mentor us than someone that's held championships. And you know, he still recognizes championships are the main thing that should be our focus. So they've basically taken him on in some type of managerial position. John Moxley and MJF were sending promos to each other in this show. MJF's one, the key thing that came out of that was that he is basically looking to ban the paradigm shift, John Moxley's finisher, in their title match on September 5th at All Out. He's saying that it's done severe damage to his neck, that John Moxley should be able to beat MJF without it, so a bit of mind games there, saying that it's just one move, that John Moxley should remove it from his arsenal. So next week we're going to get a contract signing between John Moxley and MJF, and we're going to see if the paradigm shift is going to be removed and he cannot use it during the world title match at All Out. We had the Natural Nightmares and Jurassic Express defeat Butcher and Blade and the Lucha Bros. And the defeat came at the hands of a bit of dissension within the ranks. The Blade was arguing with Pentagon Jr. Pentagon Jr. pushed Blade and Jungle Boy caught him up in a roll-up and pinned Blade. So those guys got away with the win after a really fast and furious kind of match. Pretty entertaining stuff. And then it all kind of started breaking down from there. Butcher got involved, pushing Penta. Blade still pushing Penta, blaming him now for the loss. Rey Fenix got back in the ring, was trying to kind of collect himself and was trying to figure out what was going on here, but obviously took Penta's side. And all of a sudden, Eddie Kingston came down to the ring. Now, Eddie Kingston came down and said, guys, you know, you shouldn't be fighting. You're stronger together. You won't conquer anybody if you're divided. Gassed up each of them, you know. Butcher, you're a big man. Penta, you're crazy. Blade, I've kind of done the road with you up and down. I know what you're made of. Rey Fenix, you're the best luchador out there. Why are you guys all at loggerheads? You need to come together. Follow my lead. As they all had some type of big group hug and squashed the beef, Eddie Kingston looked over to the camera, gave us a little wink. What is he up to? What is this guy up to? Like, even when he came out, I was thinking, huh? Like, why is he involved in this? What is this guy up to? If anyone has any ideas, please put it down below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, Eddie Kingston getting involved with these guys is going to be interesting. Another match set for All Out is going to be the rubber match between Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho in Chris Jericho's newest creation, the Mimosa Mayhem match. If I have got this right, you can win by pinfall or submission, or there is going to be like a massive tub full of a mimosa, an orange and champagne mixture in a massive tub, and you can throw your opponent in there for the win. So yeah, we're gonna get that. I believe that All Out will probably be in front of a crowd of some capacity, because I know they've said this week that they are selling tickets for some of the shows. So yeah, I think definitely something like that will work best in front of a crowd, not necessarily as things stand currently. But yeah, Orange Cassidy, Chris Jericho, we're gonna go one more time to see who's the better man in a Mimosa Mayhem match. We had the Elite, Young Bucks and Kenny Omega defeat the Dark Order in a 6-man tag match. I believe Kenny Omega got the win with a package power driver, and after the match, as he's been doing in recent weeks, he lost it again, went and got a chair. I think he wanted to powerbomb one of the Dark Order guys onto this chair. Luckily for him, I think it was Matt Jackson pulled out the chair, and then him and Kenny Omega kind of had a back and forth, like, why did you pull out the chair sort of thing. You know, this guy hit me with a chair during the match, I wanted to get revenge sort of thing. Kenny Omega's losing it. Slowly, he's going mad. I think it's going to all culminate sometime after or just at All Out. We are going to see some changes in his behaviour, I reckon. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think it's quite funny every time he kind of spazzes out like this. So yeah, maybe we're going to get the cleaner. I keep saying it. I need that guy back in my life. He was brilliant. But yeah, we had Darby Allin defeat Will Hobbs in a really quick match. I know it was just probably to set up something else, and it did. Ricky Stark came out after the match dressed as Darby Allin, face painted and everything, was trying to speak like he was Darby Allin, basically causing a distraction where Brian Cage came from behind and hit Darby Allin with the FTW Championship. These guys laid a beating on Darby Allin, so it's going to be interesting to see where we go from here. Maybe we're going to get a special match between these guys at All Out. Sammy Guevara came out at a commercial break to do, you know, his usual card thing when he's flipping through his cards, but his cards had been infiltrated by Matt Hardy, and by the time he realized, Matt Hardy was laying an attack on him. And Matt Hardy beat him so good, threw him from the stage into some tables that were set up below. He crashed through those tables. Next week we are getting a tables match on AEW Dynamite, Sammy Guevara versus Matt Hardy. We had the conclusion of the women's tag tournament live on Dynamite. Diamante and Ivelisse defeated the Nightmare Sisters after the Nightmare Sisters have been on this brilliant run since even before the tournament began. They were unable to win one more match, which would have crowned them as the tag tournament winners, but Ivelisse and Diamante, who I thought would be the winners, have come out on top. They're gonna need this more, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they now navigate through the women's division. So that is my review, guys. We are inching ever closer to All Out. It is in like 2 weeks time, I think, so we are getting pretty close. The matches are getting set and everything is looking really interesting. A load of good matches which are going to be on the card, and it looks like we are even going to have a crowd of some capacity in the building. Guys, I want to hear from you down below in the comments. What are your thoughts on Brodie Lee becoming the TNT champion, and especially in the fashion that he did, squashing Cody just like he did? Like, let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this review, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, click the like button. It does loads for the channel. We thoroughly appreciate it here. And if you're new here, welcome. Please consider hitting the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you get notified every time I drop a new video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.